Hi everyone, my name is Freddie with Superbike Unlimited, and those of you who know us probably are familiar with our work and familiarity with superbikes. However, something that's always been something really near and dear to me is Supermoto, and we've built some really cool stuff in the past with WR 450s and SXV 550, Aprilia, and CRF 450 stuff, but we've never bought and built out a proper race spec Supermoto. So we're really excited to see that KTM for 2021 has released a brand new 450 SMR. It's a bike that they haven't brought to the US in quite some time. Of course, the Husqvarna FS 450 has been available, and this is basically an evolution of that. So we found out that our good friends Eurosport Asheville had one and went and picked one up, and that's what we have here today. This is basically a full race intent Supermoto that's got, obviously comes factory with slicks, 17-inch rear, 16.5-inch front, and this bike has traction control. And aside from having an electric starter, this is really essentially a full race machine like you would have seen before. It doesn't use a key, it doesn't have any lights or anything like that. It's just a full-blown race only bike. That said, they still can technically be titled and made road legal with obviously some modification. And our goal with this bike is going to be to basically build it up and make it as fast as possible, find any kind of weight reduction we possibly can, and we're going to upgrade any components, make the brakes better, make the suspension better, treat it the same way we do our super bikes. We're going to go through the whole bike and try to find any enhancements we can, and also just do anything that seems really cool, while at the same time trying to make this thing road legal, because well, we are going to take it to the track, and the kart track, of course, not a full-size superbike style track, but we also live in the mountains of Asheville, North Carolina, and I want to rip this thing on the road and see what it's like. I used to have a CR 450 and a WR 450 moto that we built, and there's just nothing like a lightweight 450 Supermoto on the road. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to weigh this bike in, we're going to break it in on the dyno, and we're going to see how much power it makes. And after that, of course, the next video, we're going to begin the tear down and upgrade process. So first, let's break this thing in and see how much horsepower it makes. Okay, so break-in has been completed, and we've done several pulls on the dyno. We're getting really consistent numbers now. I also wanted to test the difference between map 1 and map 2, and I can say it basically doesn't do anything at full throttle, so it's almost certainly a difference in sort of rideability and the way it rolls on. So we'll give you our baseline here that we don't have AFR because the bike does have a spark arrestor, and so that's something we might try to break that out or something like that and do some more pulls. But for now, this is what we've got, and that's going to be we'll just lighten that up. That's 55.38 horsepower and 34.68 torque. And it's peaking out at about 9,500 RPM. So not too shabby. That's pretty good, I think, for a completely stock 450. We can't see air fuel, so we don't know how much improvement there is going to be just from correcting that. We will see if we can find a way to accurately read that. It's just not something we can do yet, but we have our baseline, we have our starting point, and also keep in mind this is a slick. When you dyno a bike with a slick, it generally is going to make at least a few percent less horsepower. The grippier and heavier and larger a tire is, the more it negatively impacts horsepower values. So just keep that in mind. This bike will probably make another horsepower or something like that with a street tire on it. So next, we're going to do a weigh-in, see how much it weighs in completely stock trim, and then begins the upgrade process. All right, so we've got the bike on our 1% scales, and you got it pretty well balanced. Looks like our base weight is 241. Not too shabby. I think we can definitely improve on that. And it looks like it's got a 50-50 push down on the front a little, Tex. Yeah, wow. Let go. Yeah, this thing has almost a 50%, 240 with a damn near perfect 50-50 weight distribution. Pretty awesome. Cool. Well, next we're going to begin looking at what upgrades we're going to do. I don't know if we're going to have everything in quickly, so I'm probably just going to call that for this video. And stay tuned because we have a massive array of upgrades that we're going to do on this thing. It's going to be really sick when we're done. Thanks for watching.